Yo, what is good? So Versebeast updated and they added the brand new Julius and Yuno specs on their game, and they also did like 2 new races, of course, titles, of course. But yeah, I'm just gonna be going over everything. But before I start though, I would appreciate it if you did like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot. We are so close to 1K, so I'd very much appreciate it if you did. But without further ado, let me just get straight into it.
I'm actually really hungry. I don't know what kind of snacks you have, but I'm gonna kindly request that you pass some through.
Bro, here.
For the buffs I'm gonna be using for this showcase, player race, of course, it's maxed out with Overlord of Death trait with the Impossible sub trait, max hockey, of course. My stats max out with SS plus my relic. I'm using the Broken Claymore for 20% chance to deal 5 times damage, so it's not really gonna affect the main damage that much. But for my titles, they added 2 new titles, which are the Wizard King, which gives a minus 75% cooldown reduction, and gem multiplier of 50 times, so this one is gonna be a must-have. And the Freedom Win title is a title that gives 120% special damage and plus 50% max health with plus 100% luck. So this is also a must-have. Like, both these titles are legit OP. So you must get them, especially for the luck boost. And if you're a sword main, then you got no choice but to become a special main with this. But yeah, to obtain this one, you're gonna have to kill Julius with either Hostile Half Demon or Yuno Freedom, so either of those should work. For the Freedom Win title, you're gonna need to have the Yuno spec. So if I go to my spec right here, it is I think the only Celestial spec in the game right now. So I'm not sure, but if I'm wrong, please do correct me. But without further yapping, let me just get straight into the showcase. So for M1s, alright, 215 billion combined, because it does have pretty slow M1s. But for example, if I hit here, so as you can see, the second hit, like the burst, deals way more damage than the first one. And yeah, overall I'd say it's pretty good M1s, but they are very, very slow. So yeah, that's the only issue I have with them. Moving on to the Z ability. So 1.7 trillion damage, also has a pretty short cooldown, as you can see, and it is just like Madoka. So if you're standing here and you use it, you're not going to be able to hit the whatever you're trying to fight. So yeah, moving on to the X ability. 4.3 trillion damage. All right, very, very strong. I'll use it again to make sure I didn't crit. Alright, 4.3 trillion damage. Very, very strong. And moving on to the C ability. Ooh, I like it. 6.6 trillion damage with very, very big AoE. Damn, I like very, very cool effects too. But yeah, moving on to the V. 4.5 million. So this one is definitely a like HP percent drain. So if the NPC has a certain amount of HP, you'll deal a certain percentage of that HP. So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Now I'll move on to the Yuno showcase. Overall, I'd say the Julius is very, very strong. Keep in mind, I do have the Blessing Stone on him too. So yeah, that might be also why I have a very high damage on him. Moving on to Yuno, and let me just say, I like this model. The way that when you equip it, you have like the what is this called, like dive, half dive mode. I don't remember. I didn't watch this show in like since it came out. Alright, very strong M1s. Holy, this deafens me. Alright, so 97.7 billion damage. Moving on to the Z ability. 3.5 trillion. Alright, also seems like a very, very strong spec. With a big explosion at the end, so it does have some AoE on it. Alright, moving on to the X ability. So it's the same thing as I said, Homura. If you're standing too close, you won't be able to hit it. And low-key, I did not see that damage. So 5.5 trillion damage. Very, very strong. Moving on to the C ability. 6.6 trillion. All right, very, very strong. Moving on. I feel like I've been saying that for every move. Like, this is literally the definition of power creep, gang. Like, they gotta dial it down a little bit, even though I feel like they are managing it a little bit well. All right, so take everything I said out of the window. 19.5 trillion, like crazy damage. Moving on to the F ability. And for this one, I do have to say that for you to be able to use the F ability, you're going to have both Asta, half demon, and Yuno. So if you don't have both of them, you're not going to be able to do the F ability, which is the ultimate. So yeah, let me just use it. All right, so for some reason the sound is like very, very low, but it did do 28.3 trillion damage in the first burst, and then for the second one it did do 43 trillion. So very, very strong. Or 40 trillion, I don't remember, but 40 something trillion. At least I know that much, but very, very strong overall. I said that over every single move, but you can't blame me when every move does way more than 2 trillion. But yeah, that's basically all for the showcase. Now I'll move on to the actual obtainment. To actually obtain Yuno, you're gonna have to go right here under the big skeleton's mouth.
I beg your pardon?
And you're gonna need 150 clover leaves, 1 wind grimoire, 50 wind artifacts, 15 wind purify essence, 1 wind fairy sylph, 1 wind will, and 2 wind souls. Like a lot of items, but most of them you can obtain from the boss, which let me actually go show you where the boss is located. So this is the Yuno boss. He spawns every 7 minutes, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, he does give all the items you're gonna need. At least most of the items. For the wind grimoire, you are gonna have to craft it. It is located right here. So if you click on this hammer, as you can see, this is the wind grimoire. So you're gonna need 1 magic list book, 1 magic list book, 250 magic essence, 10 wind souls, 10 wind wills, 1 purify wind essence, and 100 wind artifacts. Wind artifacts you can obtain from quite literally anywhere. For the other stuff, you can obtain from Yuno. Also the magic list book, I think he has a higher chance of dropping it. You can also get it from the Asta boss right there. So yeah, you can either do this or do that, or maybe you can like kill Yuno when he spawns and then just like spam Astas until you get what you need. For Julius, you're gonna have to go to him. He is located right here. So same thing as Yuno, you're gonna need some items, but he does have way less items. So you're gonna need 1 time grimoire, 20 intelligence artifacts, 25 time fabrics, 1 king's mark. So less items, but I think they are rarer. So I'm pretty sure that they are way rarer than the Yuno stuff, since he does have a lot of items. But to actually spawn the boss, you're gonna need to kill NPCs on this island. So every 100 magic aspirants, or every 100 NPCs you kill on this island, which is these guys right here, you're gonna be able to spawn one of him, one Julius. Yeah, that's his name. But yeah, the best way to kill them, in my opinion, is to just get your Homura. So let me actually do that. And you're also gonna need Madoka. So equip Homura and equip Madoka, and just use the, is it F? No, the V ability. Okay, so this is not part of the video. Why the hell is my money so low?
Huh?
Like, I'm in the negatives. I don't know why. And I think it's because I have I equipped the new race they added. All right, so don't mind the money and gems, I guess, but basically you're just gonna keep doing that until you can finally spawn him. For some reason, money and gems are bugged. Like, I got no clue. But yeah, another thing they added this update is 2 new races. So they added Ancient Devil and the Elf race. So the Elf race is supposed to buff your like gem gain and money gain, but I think when I equipped it, like the buff stayed, and when I killed these mobs, this happened. So I don't know if I have a lot of money and gems or I genuinely in generational death.
This look like hella bands, don't it?
That is, ain't it?
I ain't got no money. Look, G, 20 on top,
Okay.
20 on bottom, hella one.
For the Ancient Devil race, it's good, don't get me wrong, but I do not think it's better than what is it called, Asta, because when I tried it, it did not give any like special effects. So yeah, it might just be me though, I don't know. If I did get something wrong, please do let me know. But yeah, that's basically all for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, all that, you feel me? We're so close to 1K, so I would appreciate it if you did. And that is all. I will see y'all later.